Bulldogs here on the Hawks home floor. It's right here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. Welcome to another production here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. Hello, everyone. I'm Chuck Holmes. I'm here with the Queen of Rebound, Dr. I almost made you a doctor.
Well, I'm not a doctor. I wish I could, but.
Coach Janae Jones, welcome to have you here, sister. Love you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Chuck.
Outstanding, outstanding. Hey, we're going to see if these Harmon Hawks can try to cool off these red-hot Wyandotte Bulldogs. Wyandotte comes in ranked number 7 in Class 6A, and they are on course to host a first-round game when we get to the playoffs in the state of Kansas.
Yes, it's so exciting, too, because Wyandotte came a long way from having such a loser streak to be so successful and just develop, to build their program the way the girls are right now. It's just really exciting to see them play.
Well, stay with us because we're going to have interviews with coaches and players as part of our sports coverage and our halftime show coming up later. But first, Coach, talk about those dogs.
Okay, so I'm excited to see the Wyandotte Bulldogs actually play. You know, even though they beat my Wildcats last week, we're not going to say anything about that. But it's really exciting to see them play. My first girl that I want to talk about is Promise Burton. She is an amazing, outstanding player, great leadership. She plays inside out, from shooting a three to penetrating in, to playing great defense. She gets steals. She's just an aggressive player who plays with a lot of passion, and I love to see her play. She reminds me of myself, and she also wears my number 10, when I went to Iowa State. So that really just makes me excited to see her play, that she plays with so much heart. And then her companion is going to be Jada Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be my second person to highlight today from Wyandotte. Jada is just a great leader. She's the point guard. She handles the ball. She gets the ball inside to her post players. And Wyandotte just has a great inside-out game. And I love the fact that Jada leads the team to make sure that she's just leading them to do great things. And they really do just follow her league, and her energy really sets the tone for the Wyandotte Bulldogs.
Well, not to rub the Wildcats after last week's drubbing that they took.
I was sad about the Wildcats losing. However, the girls, Wyandotte Bulldogs girls did amazing. I can't take anything away from them. I love my Wildcats. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. But kudos to Wyandotte, because you guys are setting the tone for us, and you are putting us on the map with the way that they had the success this year.
Yes, they are. They have a lot of quickness and a lot of speed. Hey, before the players hit the court, though, we had a chance to catch up with Wyandotte's head coach, Tony Williams.
This is Pep Talk. My name is Lanisha Huggins, and I'm here with the coach of the Wyandotte girls basketball team.
Tony Williams.
All right, Coach, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, okay? All right, what's the most rewarding part of coaching high school basketball for you?
Seeing the kids come back and remember it, them being happy about playing. Once you, after 20 years, 25 years, kids still come back, appreciate it, makes you feel good.
All right. Where do you see the program in the next few years, and what steps are you taking to build for the future?
Making sure we keep our kids in our community, playing with the schools that they're supposed to go to, instead of getting picked to move out south and out west and stuff like that, and just steady building the program. Like now, we're sitting at 5-3.
That's awesome. All right. How do you build trust and communication with your players throughout the season?
Just being honest. They'll tell you I'm flat out open and honest with them. If they ask me a question, I don't sugarcoat nothing. Hey, we got to go to work.
Hey, we want to thank Lanisha Huggins and Coach Williams for the brief insight into the Bulldog squad. I like what he said. We got to go to work.
You got to go to work.
Don't take any problem.
And he don't sugarcoat nothing. I love that part of it.
I like that too. Okay, let's talk about the Harmon Hawks.
Okay, so the Harmon Hawks they're the underdog for our girls. However, I do like the fact that they have two outstanding players I want to highlight. The first one being number 10, Jacqueline Martinez Hertha. She handles the ball. She's a point guard. She's small, but she plays mighty. I love the fact that her leadership really does encourage her teammates, and she makes sure that even if they're losing and they're getting down, she encourages teammates to keep playing and keep playing hard. This girl plays 100% the whole game, and I love the fact that she just pushes her team to do the same thing. My second girl I want to highlight is Katrina Lopez. Katrina Lopez is a post player. She's a big, strong, rebounding, just enforcer. I love the fact that she never stops her passion, never stops her hustle. Offense, defense, she's playing, she's grabbing boards on both sides, and the fact of the matter is she's a little bit hard on herself, which I love, because I like when players can self-critique themselves. But get yourself back up and get in there and keep being sassy and feisty and being tough. Heart of a champion is what I always say play with, and I love the fact that she plays tough.
I love the picture that we had of her with the 2 balls in her hand. That's a rebounder right there, can do it with either hand.
Oh, aggressive. I love it. I love it.
Hey, okay, now let's talk to Coach Lockett for our pep talk with the Harmon Hawks.
All right, my name is Lanisha Huggins, and this is Pep Talk. I'm here with the coach for the girls basketball team at Harmon High School. Can you give us your name?
Coach Lockett.
All right, Coach Lockett, just a few questions for you. What are some goals that you have for the team, both short-term and long-term?
Long-term goals to kind of build the numbers, get a JV program going on, and kind of excelling from there. Short-term is win more than we did last year and build that chemistry of teamwork.
All right. How do you approach player development, especially for underclassmen or less experienced players?
First of all, I tell them they got to have confidence. If without confidence, it's not going to work. And then once we get started, kind of start analyzing our strong suits and our weak suits. And once we figure that out, that's what practice is about. We work on our strong suits and we work on our weak suits.
Okay, one last question for you. Do you have any specific expectations for individual players this season?
For my seniors to be leaders on and off the court. For my freshmen to come out here, have fun, and develop. And just for the team to go out here and be a team, show that we're a team, work together, and play hard.
Thanks to both Coach Williams and Coach Lockett for taking the time to provide insight into their teams. I love what he had to say about building the program from JV on up.
And I like,
and then for his seniors to be seniors.
Exactly, and also the part when he said that he didn't set a high expectation because he's building a team, but the fact that he said his goal is to win more games than they won the year before. At the end of the day, when you're building a team, you got to take baby steps. You can't make this high expectation. Give them a step to accomplish, and we're going to go from there.
Yeah, well, we're going to see a good game tonight. I think Wyandotte's going to be very, very tough to beat anywhere.
They are. They're going to be very tough. But however, as long as Harmon plays hard, that's all we can ask. Give us a good game to watch and make Wyandotte earn it.
Yes,
that's the
indeed.
main thing.
Yes, indeed. Well, the Harmon Hawks are ready to defend their court and to make their mark. The Bulldogs and the Hawks tip off. Coming up next here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network.
I, Rebecca Marie Perkins.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
My name is Rebecca Perkins, and I am the school counselor at Mark Twain Elementary, and today I took the initial oath to swear into the United States Navy Reserves. I have always wanted to help people. That is one of the reasons why I became a school counselor, and my oldest son is actually full-time enlisted in the United States Navy, and I love learning, and so I was doing some learning about all the different parts of the Navy, and just as part of being a Navy mom, as I continued learning about it, it was kind of like a calling on my heart. I'm not going full-time enlistment, I'm just going into the reserve. So this is kind of the initial promise that I make to the military, to the Navy specifically, that I am serious about this and I am committing and making a promise to joining. I will finish out the school year here. That is the current plan, and then I will get it's called a ship out date, where I will leave for boot camp. The goal is to make it through boot camp, and then I will go through specialized training for what my job in the Navy will be, and then the plan is to come back here after that, and then it'll be, weekends and the 2 weeks during the year.
That I will support and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
One of the reasons that it was important to do this in front of my students is this initial swearing is not something that people get to see very often.
Bear true faith
And allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same.
It shows them not just about military as a career path, but it's not something that has to happen right out of high school. I'm a little bit on the older side of life, but being able to show them that this is something that you can do, you can follow your dreams at any age.
And welcome back. We're for the starting lineup that will come for the Lady Bulldogs, and we have wearing number 10, Promise Burton, number 44, Daniela Aldana, and wearing number 42, Rhea Harbin, number 3, Jada Johnson, and rounding out the starting 5 for the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs, number 24, Jalen Hunt. And we want you to stay tuned as we have the playing of the national anthem.
Welcome to tonight's game. We'll start out with the visiting Wyandotte Bulldogs lineup. Number 3, Jada Johnson.
And if we'll disregard that, we're going to have the starting lineup for both squads.
Number 4, Jeremiah Sanford. Number 10, Promise Burton. Number 24, Jalen Hunt. And number 44, Denalia Aldana. Your head coach, Anthony Williams Jr. And now the starting lineup for your Lady Hawks. Number 3, Janeza Brunk. Number 12, Melissa Irigoyen. Number 55, Cramy Maldonado. Number 10, Jacqueline Martinez. And number 24, Katrina Lopez. Your head coach, Darren Lockett.
And we are back. We have the starting lineup for both squads that are coming up. Coach Fennell, I'm joined by. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Doc.
Entered in this gym. It was really warm, and if you all could have seen the JV basketball game, was it not out of sight?
It was a good one.
It was a come from behind, a three-point basket, all the good stuff at a buzzer beater near the half court.
In overtime.
So we have tipping off both 24s for both teams. We have 24 for the Bulldogs, that's Jalen Hunt, and then 24 for the Lady Hawks, Katrina Lopez. Cheerleaders for both schools are excited. Two good squads. As we see the Bulldogs win the tip-off. Missed layup. Ball looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Last tipped by the Lady Hawks, number 3, Brunt. Get organized. Coach Fennell, what are you looking for?
Well, today we want to look and see, does Wyandotte have the same energy they had a few days ago when they played the Washington Wildcats at Wyandotte? So, you know, we want to see how they do come out in this game, and then we also want to see how Harmon comes out. The last time we saw Harmon was against Washington, at Washington as well. So we know both teams are capable of putting up numbers, and we want to see if Wyandotte's going to come out with that tenacious D that they came out on the Wildcats on. And as we see right there, they're already at it. There's one turnover right now for the Harmon Hawks. So we'll look to see if the Wildcats are, not the Wildcats, but the Bulldogs are going to continue what they did against the Wildcats, and we'll see if the Hawks can do what they did against the Wildcats.
Looks like so far the Harmon Hawks defensively have held them off. Three-point attempt just off the mark for the Lady Bulldogs. Rebounded. Nice offensive rebound there, and number 10 unable to find her teammate in time before it goes out of bounds, so the ball belongs to the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication right there. Nothing, no harm foul, just early in the game. They'll have to kind of settle down a little bit and make this work.
That's Jacqueline Martinez Huerta. Is taking the ball up. There's a jump ball. Possession will remain with the Lady Hawks. Coach Fennell, I'm enjoying these cheerleaders, man. This is how we grew up in high school. You had some very loud cheerleaders who kept the enthusiasm and the spirit, as we see a nice basket there by number 10, Promise Burton.
That was a steal, and Promise starts off the way she did against the Wildcats. She scored the first 2 points against the Wildcats and kind of got things going, as we see Jada with that block on the baseline. We'll take a look at that replay. See if we get that turnover in the basket.
3-point attempt off the mark by number 24, Lopez. You see the Lady Bulldogs coming up the court as they once again try to add on to their lead. Turnover there. Committed by Johnson. She thought she had her player, and it went directly to the Lady Hawks. Look. Coach Lockett giving instructions as the Lady Hawks take it up the court. Nice defense by the Lady Bulldogs. They're disrupting.
Yeah. You know, we haven't seen the full court presses of what they applied to the Wildcats the other night, but we do see them with their hands in the passing lanes and moving their feet. So it's going to be tough for the Hawks if Bulldogs are going to play defense like that.
They call that personal foul against number 24, Katrina Lopez. That's her first. Ball remains with the Lady Bulldogs. Coach, if you notice, they switched it up. The home is on this side right here for the ladies, and our JV game, it was switched up earlier.
Yes.
You see a nice another rebound there by Lopez. 2-0 is the score. Just under 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bulldogs are looking to get on the board. Just off the mark. Shot attempt was by Irigoyen. Ball taken quickly up the court by the Lady Bulldogs. Basket is good by Jalen Hunt.
Yeah, that was good aggression right there. Daniela had her head up the entire time, and as we see the reach-in foul right there, and here's the replay right there. As you'll see, the ball goes up to Hunt, and she takes it right in. If they don't stop, you go all the way until they stop you. So that's a good play.
Checking for the Hawks, number 22.
That was a turnover committed by the Lady Hawks on this end of the court. Bulldogs look to increase their lead. They're up 4-0. Defensively, so far, they've made it very difficult for the Lady Hawks.
Yes. Yeah, the Bulldogs do play very good defense. You know, we'll harp on that all night because they will, at some point, they're going to apply the pressure.
Not fundamentally sound for that layup attempt. I'm sure Coach doesn't like that, but nevertheless, the ball remains with the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, she was surrounded. She must have been the kid with the candy. Everybody was on her.
See what the Lady Bulldogs can do as they get it inbounds. Shot attempt off the mark. Rebound by the Lady Bulldogs, but unable to corral it in, and that ball's going to go with the Lady Hawks. With several of the attempts, the score could be greater than what it is, the deficit.
Yeah, we watched them jump on Washington the other day. Before anybody knew it, they were up 15-4.
Another steal by the Lady Bulldogs. Patiently taking up the court. Bulldogs able to hold on. Set it up for the shot. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Drive. Back out. Number 4 attempts a three-pointer, and it was way off the mark, but rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs. And 24 Hunt was fouled.
Fouled down low, good rebound. Just happened to be in the right position.
That personal foul was committed by number 55, Maldonado. That's her first personal foul. Second team foul. I'm sorry, third team foul is what they have, but I believe it really is the second team foul, to be honest.
I think
they called up a wrong number earlier.
Yeah.
So 24 hits the front end of her 2 free throws, and she hits the second one. Hey, if they're gonna call it free, you may as well take them.
You might as well take them. If they're gonna call them free, there's nobody distracting you, bothering you, or anything. You gotta knock those down.
Able to get out of the jam. 3-point attempt by the Lady Hawks, just way off the mark there by Irigoyen. Taken up the court quickly by the Lady Bulldogs. One thing that I've noticed, Coach, is that there's no rush. Oh, that was nearly in. Another near in. Oh. There's going to be a personal foul there. That's probably going to be called on number 3.
Yeah, we're seeing the Bulldogs. Bulldogs do a good job of getting on the boards, and they also do a good job of getting out on the break. And we'll notice that the Lady Hawks today are making sure that they're getting back. The Wildcats kind of struggled a little bit getting back last week, and when they say that the Bulldogs ended up with about 26 points on not even fast breaks, just runouts.
First free throw was good. That was a really nice free throw shot. She can shoot those free throws. That's one of the best free throw shooters I've seen all year.
Yeah, she accounted for 17 points last Tuesday.
Jada Johnson gets on the board with those 2 free throws. 8-0 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Just under 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. They're going to call a personal foul. See who that personal foul is. Number 24 of the Bulldogs. That's going to be Jalen Hunt's first personal foul. I believe that's it's the first team or second team foul. That's going to be another quick foul called against the Lady Hawks. I think that may be on number 10.
Yes,
Jackie Martinez Huerta. Her first personal foul.
Yeah, Doc, this Bulldogs team is pretty fast. They get out and run on you. And if you're not careful, before you know it, you're down 15-2 as Wildcats were a couple nights ago.
And I love how they're driving and making you foul.
Yeah, they're aggressive. Yeah. They come right at you. There's no hesitation in what they want to do. You have to do something to stop them.
Both free throws missed, but rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs. That shot was off the mark for Harmon.
Timeout, Lady Hawks.
Big congratulations to Ives Troches as standout forward on Harmon's boys soccer team for earning a spot on the Kansas 5A All-State second team. Ives has also received the prestigious title of Meadowlark Conference Player of the Year. A fantastic season and well-deserved honors. Way to go, Ives.
Good job.
We have a full timeout, 30 seconds left in this full timeout. Coach Fidel, what have you seen so far?
Well, so far I've seen the Bulldogs pretty much pick up where they left off the last time we saw them, and I see the Hawks doing a better job than what they did the last game that we saw them, and they're making sure they get back. So it's just a matter of time before they knock some baskets down. They have very good shooters on the Hawks team. We've done a couple of their games, and they don't seem to be rattled by the Bulldogs right now. It's just could be one of those methodical games for the Bulldogs where we just look up and all of a sudden you're like, oh, they have a 15, 16-point lead in this, But the Hawks they're formidable. They will not go away, and they're going to keep coming at them.
Well, coming out of that timeout, see if the Lady Hawks are inspired enough to put some points on the board. I almost called it.
Almost. Good shot.
Very good shot.
You got to take the open shot, so it was a good shot.
That was an attempt by Skylar Howard. Lady Hawks are playing some very good defense, trapping, but I think someone may have gotten hacked, as we like to say.
There was a lot of ball swinging.
That foul was committed by number 3. That's Janiza Brunt. That's her second personal foul. Shooting free throws is number 3. Once again, Jada Johnson.
For a minute there, I thought it was storming outside, Doc.
Very good shot. Man, look at, they want to talk about a textbook free throw.
Yes.
I've seen 3 of them.
Yeah, Jada's a very good player. Very good player.
I mean, automatic, all net. That's the best that I've seen in high school competition in some time. I'm just mesmerized by that, Coach.
Hey, nice form, nice arc.
I mean, excellent.
Splash, all net.
Wyandotte has done a great job of trapping. Once again, another turnover. Burton was able to intercept that, and basket is good.
Oh, and there she is. We've been waiting for her. Now she shows up. Straight to the basket. If they don't stop you, you continue all the way to the basket.
That basket was good by Jemiah Sanford.
Take a look at that replay. Nice pass, one dribble, straight to the rim. Boom, 2 points.
And that free throw was good by Sanford. That foul was committed by number 55, Maldonado. That was her second personal foul. So just in the first quarter, she has 2 fouls. Ball once again deflected by the Bulldogs. I think their hands have touched the ball on almost every possession.
They are very active. That should be the Hawks ball. It looks like that
was a block, but they're not going to call that.
And they didn't see it. I didn't see it either.
And neither did I.
Yep. Play on.
Bulldogs are up 13-0 with 13-0, I guess I should say.
Yes, you should say 0. Yes. 0 is appropriate.
We're not on the school ground playing. On the backyard.
And we're not at soccer. It's not near.
There we go. You mentioned earlier, you said, hey, you look up, Bulldogs could have a 15-0, 15-2 score.
Yes, it was.
Jump ball.
Looks like that's going to be the Hawks ball. Jump ball, yeah. Yeah, they're capable of running out on you like that. I've seen it once, and I've seen them methodically just kind of, you look up and got 15, 16 points on the board. You see another steal right there, another turnover.
Almost an unforced turnover. Textbook basket.
If you give Jada that ball right there, she is a rim seeker. She's going straight to the rim. And now we see that Bulldog defense expand. Another turnover.
Basket just off the mark there by Sanford, taken quickly up the court by the Lady Hawks, and they're going to say that was last touched by the Lady Hawks.
I have my hands up, ready for the ball, Doc.
Checker of the Hawks, number 32, Chino Galloway.
See Burton taking the ball up the court. See what the Lady Bulldogs have next. 15-0 is the score. Near turnover committed by the Lady Bulldogs.
Yep.
And actually it was.
Yep.
I think they were out of bounds.
Stepped on the end line down there.
58.4 seconds to go. We're happy to bring this action to you through the KCKPS Sports Network. Nearly off right there. There's Maldonado. That missed basket. Three-point attempt. Oh, nearly banked in. Rebounded by the Lady Bulldogs, unable to get in there, but I see
There's Jada.
Jada, she says, give me that. I've got it. And she has 8 points.
The Bulldogs are a team that will get on the glass and they will press the issue on defense, which makes it very hard for you if you don't have ball handlers to stop them or slow them down. They run to the rim, as you see right now. Good outlet pass right there, and it's straight up, and that's exactly what we saw a couple days ago.
Basket is good by Jeremiah Sanford. And at the end of the first quarter, 19-0. Did you know that there are nearly 70 different languages spoken in KCKPS? The district has a migrant education program to ensure all migrant students reach challenging academic standards and graduate with a high school diploma or complete a GED that prepares them for responsible citizenship, further learning, and productive employment. Take a look.
Many families travel across the United States following the harvest season in search of work and a better life. But for their children, this lifestyle can mean frequent moves, new schools, and disrupted education. That's where the Title I Part C and the Kansas Migrant Education Program come in. Our program provides academic support and services to help students and families from migrant lifestyles succeed in school and beyond. Here in Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools, we offer services that include academic support and tutoring, credit accrual and transfer assistance, college and career counseling, summer programs and field trips, health and wellness resources, parent and family engagement opportunities, and school supplies. When students qualify for this program, they can catch up on credits and stay on track for graduation, develop new skills and interests, build confidence and self-esteem, connect with peers and mentors, access resources and support for college and careers.
Estoy muy agradecido de estar en el programa del niño migrante, ya que me han ayudado mucho, me han dado soporte en la escuela con mi hijo.
El programa inmigrante me ayuda demasiado, nos ayudan a saber cuál va a ser el futuro en el que queremos estar o qué colegio podemos elegir. También te ayudan a brindarte comida y darte estabilidad, que es lo que requieres cuando necesitas estar en la escuela. Estoy muy agradecido por estar en este lugar, ya que me aporta mucha seguridad y estar feliz.
Join the Kansas Migrant Education Program and empower your child's education and future. Contact us to learn more and get involved.
Migrant program services are solely provided to migrant students and parents who qualify for the program. To learn more, visit the district website at kckschools.org. And we're back for the start of the second quarter. Wyandotte Bulldogs are controlling the game. They're up 19-0 against the J.C. Harmon Lady Hawks. Lady Hawks definitely have shown, some heart and spirit with it. It's just they've had a tough time controlling the ball and getting it to the basket.
Yeah, they're playing hard. You know, we're seeing a Bulldogs team that's pretty good, but the Hawks are not just letting them do whatever they want. They are showing some resistance on them. As you see the defense they're playing on them right now, they're making it hard for them. This is what Wyandotte is doing. They're knocking shots down. They're playing well, and that's a good three-point shot right there.
Three-point basket by Arnasia Rogers. It's the first three-point basket of the game. 22-0 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Hawks are still looking to get on the board. Another steal there. That time by Daniela.
And the basket is good. Use the glass, young lady, use the glass. That's what it's there for. As an educator, you understand geometry.
Absolutely.
That's what that square is for.
That foul, I believe, looks to be committed by number 24, Lopez.
I think that's Lopez's third foul.
And that free throw was good by Daniela. they have a quarter spot up there. That almost looked like it was a foul. Nice rebound.
Nice rebound.
Can we get a basket in there? Yes!
Hey, there we go.
Yes.
There we go. At some point, you got to break the seal on that basket, and they have finally done that at the 6:52 mark, second quarter.
Brunt with the first field goal of the game for the Lady Hawks. Another three-point attempt, but no good that time by Arnasia. So let's see if the seal is broken and we can get some more scoring. That basket is just off the mark. I don't think she was quite ready, but able to pick it back up.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Boy, Daniela knows how to use that glass. This team actually knows how to use the glass,
She
Coach.
knows how to use that glass. The team does, and she is very quick with her shot. There's no way to block that shot as quick as she gets it up.
I love watching these young ladies in their fast breaks.
Yes. Yes, the Bulldogs are pretty good at that. They get a lot of fast breaks.
Well, Coach Williams, Coach Tony, I've known for quite a long time as we see this
Look at
replay.
that. Quick shot. Nice. No way you can get that as quick as that is. Yeah, Coach Tony, we all grew up together. I played baseball with Coach Tony back in the Clam Park days.
Yeah, 40 plus years ago, I was his bat boy and my brother Ted's bat boy. They both played for West Vaco.
They did.
And I was the bat boy, so.
I was an Earl Bryant guy.
Oh, wow. Growing up in Kansas City, Kansas. People don't know about Wyandotte.
They don't know about that. They don't know about that.
3-2.
No, they don't know about that.
Clam Park.
Heathwood.
Oh, yeah.
Waterway. Oh, that's a smart one right there. Lopez sick on the chin.
Stays with the Bulldogs. Patiently reset it with a three-point attempt. That one's way off the mark, but rebounded by you-know-who, Miss Johnson.
Yes.
Possession remaining with the Bulldogs. She's there just to get it,
just collecting everything.
All kind of boards. One of her rare misses. Hawks are able to get it across the half-court line. Shot off the mark, one and out. Lady Bulldogs take it up the court. I mean, just the quickness that Johnson has.
Yeah, she's there's only one of her, but she seems like
she's everywhere.
She's everywhere right now. There's only one.
She literally was here getting the outlet, and then you see her there on the rebound.
On the rebound. Rebound on both sides.
Definitely, they've been coached very well.
Yes.
They have the winning record. They have a winning record.
Yes, if they continue this, they'll get to host a game, a sub-state game at Wyandotte.
Stolen by Daniela and taken back up the court.
Oh.
Basket is no good, but there's going to be a foul on the play, and Promise Burton will be shooting 2 free throws. She missed her first 2 free throws earlier.
Yep.
Hawks, number 3, Burton for third.
There she is. Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Looks like it was all ball, but I'm 94 feet away, Doc. 94 feet away.
That was the third personal foul committed by Janasia Brunt. That one's missed off the front end, the front lip of the basket. We see several substitutions for both Harmon and for Wyandotte.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep our eye on that. We have Janasia has 3. And Katrina Lopez also has 3. Those are 2 starters.
Second free throw is good by Promise Burton. So she's 1 for 4 from the free throw line today. One of these days, they're going to hit that.
Yes, they are.
She's been trying it, Lopez, all game long. Nice rebound there by Maldonados. That's going to be double dribbled.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes you can. Sometimes as you watch the game, you can anticipate what's about to happen, and I just knew it was.
She was ready.
Yep.
All right, see if the Lady Bulldogs are not rushing. No reason to do so with a 24-point lead, or 26-point lead, 28-2. As they look to add on. 3-point attempt. That hit off the shot clock. That was out. Lady Hawks take it up the court. 3-point attempt just off the mark there by Jacqueline.
Not a bad idea on that shot. That's not a bad shot to take. Just didn't knock it down. Not a bad shot.
There's a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor.
Yep, so we'll, as we think about it, as we look at this, Lady Bulldogs takes this time out. We kind of get back to, what we've seen in the first half. So
we like to take an opportunity during each game to get thoughts from our players and this year's team during our Court Chat series. Here's Lonnie Frazier with a sideline interview with Wyandotte's Jonathan Grimaldo and Jason Holmes.
Many families travel across the United States following the harvest season in search of work and a better life. But for their children, this lifestyle can mean frequent moves, new schools, and disrupted education. That's where the Title I.
Hello, my name is Lanisha Huggins, and this is Court Chat. I'm here with two ladies basketball players from Wyandotte High School. What is your name?
Promise Burton.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
All right, and here we have?
I'm Rhea Harbin. I'm a senior.
All right, so I just have a few questions for these individuals. All right, so I'm gonna start with you. What do you enjoy most about playing basketball with your teammates?
Just getting on the court, seeing the passion that we have for the game, knowing that we just have the potential to be great, coming here every day, just being able to get with them on the court and all that.
Okay, all right. So how do you handle situations when the team faces a tough loss?
Usually I'll look for any one of my of the older ones to give some reassurance to me, to let us know that we're okay and to just keep our head in the games.
All right. If you could give any advice to younger players, what would you give them?
I would say just come out here, work hard. You come practice, make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. In practice, it's time for you to make mistakes. This is the time you make mistakes. Don't think, oh, I missed a layup. Just get back next play. Don't let it get to your head or nothing like that.
And Lonnie will be back with another sideline interview with the Harmon Hawks. So we resume play. Familiar sight, the Lady Bulldogs taking it up the court. Looking to add on to this 26-point lead. Basket is good.
And there it is, right inside the paint. No one stops you from going inside that paint. You get in there, and that's an easy basket right there.
That's 6 points by Jalen Hunt.
Yes.
Another turnover committed by the Lady Hawks. Jada almost turned it over and was able to get it back, and I think that ball is going to remain with the Lady Bulldogs, as it's a jump ball.
Yep, should be a jump ball. Good call.
I'm not sure why they have the possession arrow going to this end. Don't they have the possession? It's going that direction. Somebody needs to tell them, and I think they are.
Should be Harmon, right? Because Wyandotte had the ball to start the half.
I guess someone didn't change the clock.
They haven't changed the possession arrow. They're going to have a conversation about it, and maybe they'll tell us, or maybe they won't. Red ball.
That's what I saw that arrow pointing to our left.
Yeah.
Pointing to our left.
I didn't see anything that changed it, and Bulldog started the half with the ball, so you would.
Well, there was there was a jump ball earlier, and then also there was a quarter.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do remember that now. Over here, right in front of the Bulldog bench was the first tie-up. You know, so there's a look around. It's a pretty nice crowd out here tonight, Doc.
It really is.
Pretty nice crowd.
Second personal foul committed by number 10, Jacqueline. Three-point attempt.
Oh!
No, that's just two. But she didn't call it. She didn't call it.
I called it.
You
Glass.
called it.
Bank is open.
32-2 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. They are pouring it on, as we like to say.
Miss Carrera likes that glass. She knocked a couple shots down the other day off the glass.
Good defense by the Bulldogs. Once again, they're in there to get their hands on the ball. Thankfully, the Hawks are able to save it.
Yep.
Looks like a nice game of hot potato. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, it's very hot. It's very hot.
And Lady Bulldogs are just too much. Lady Hawks, as Daniela takes it up court. This time she couldn't swing it in there, but the nice putback.
Nice. On the spot right there. The turnovers are mounting up.
Way off the mark there. Rebounded by Burton.
Oh. Nice look. Could have took a shot, but she was looking to get the ball to her teammate and just a little out of the reach of Jada down on the baseline. You know, I've seen Jada on the baseline a lot this game. I hadn't the last few games we've done. We didn't see her roaming the baseline or in the paint as much, standing in the paint waiting for the ball. The last game, she was penetrating inside the paint. This time, she's kind of camping out in the paint. So that's a philosophy we've seen, a little change from Coach Williams today.
Well, the Lady Hawks, they continue to play hard. Just some of the passes they're making, either the Bulldogs are just growing as the passes are being made, but they are having the toughest time to get it over the defense.
You know, if I'm a Lady Hawk, I would swear there's 10 Bulldogs out there instead of 5.
That's the way it's playing out.
Foul number 10, quick vote.
Personal foul committed by number 10. That's her third for Jacqueline. Their floor general, so look out for that. First free throw is good by Sanford. Sanford has 6 points. See if she can get her 7th point here. And she does.
She does.
Nice stroke.
And there's some pretty balanced scoring today by the Bulldogs.
They are sharing the wealth.
Yes, they are.
But only among them.
Only among them. Now, does that make them selfish?
No, it doesn't. Doing what their coach told them to do. Don't let the other team score.
That's the name of the game, right? I have more points than you.
That was a personal foul committed by Daniela. It's for her first.
Oh, off the glass, and the bank is open.
Basket.
Ooh,
Jacqueline
knocked that down. Uh-oh.
Saw some Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah, a little Curly Neal going on right there.
I almost said Curly Neal. It's amazing the two Curlies that we knew, neither one of them had hair.
Neither one of them had hair. Neither one of them had
Curly
hair.
from the Three Stooges and Curly Neal. And truth be known, my grandmother gave me the nickname Curly Top.
Curly Top?
That was my nickname.
Well, I won't tell everybody what's going on right now.
I think they all. No curls to be found.
No curls to be found.
Nice interception there by Brunt. She takes it up, back up the court, but she's trapped quickly by those Lady Bulldogs. There was a personal foul. 23 had her wrapped around the arm. So that's going to be a personal foul, I believe, by Arnasia Rogers.
Yep.
And that's, they didn't. Yep.
Arnasia, yes.
23.
Bulldogs number 23, her first.
So see if the Lady Bulldogs the Lady Hawks can put up another score. And that's going to be another quick foul committed by number 23, Rogers. This time, the Lady Hawks will get a chance to shoot free throws. This is their first Set of free throw attempts.
Oh, they call that on promise.
Oh, wow, that's Promise. Okay, I didn't think Promise was in the action.
Yeah, I guess on the backside.
That's Promise's first personal. Second free throw is good. One thing they can say, they've got a free throw,
yes,
2-point basket, and a 3-point basket.
Okay.
And there's a timeout on the floor. Students from the Architecture, Construction, and Engineering, a.k.a. ACE Academy, at Wyandotte High School took center stage at the Kansas State Capitol in Topeka as part of the Kansas Public Schools Week. These talented students put their skills to work, building 2 playhouses for Lindbergh Elementary and helping construct homes in Wyandotte County, thanks to a partnership with Community Housing of Wyandotte County and Co-Build LLC. Their dedication was recognized during a joint House and Senate Education Committee meeting, and they were honored in the Senate chamber for their hands-on contributions to the community. A big congratulations to these students for making a real impact.
Nice job.
I'm glad to see our students represented there. It's been tough for us in Topeka.
It's been tough.
KCK. So people out there, please follow what's going on in Topeka.
Yep.
Make sure that we send communication to our legislators that we want them to do right.
Yep.
By our scholars in our schools. As we see the time winding down in this first half, and no shots going to be put up. That's the end of the first half. 36-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. Stay tuned. High school students at KCKPS have the opportunity to study in 17 different career and technical education pathways through the Diploma Plus program.
The biomedical pathway are for students that are interested in healthcare careers, biomedical technology careers, all the way from nurses, doctors to microbiologists and nuclear medicine physicists.
Take that tape flag, put it over the injury.
Our introductory course is our Principles of Biomedical Science course. From that course, you then transition to Human Body Systems or Anatomy and Physiology course, followed by Medical Interventions, and then Biomedical Innovations, which ends up being our capstone course, where students then kind of showcase all the skills that they've learned. We have projects all the way from research to public service announcements to new interventions or enhanced interventions.
Notice that there's 8 types of fractures.
In human body systems, it is just that. We look at the various human body systems.
We basically just learn about like the human structure, like especially with the bones, how the body functions and how everything ties in together basically. She basically had us look at a bunch of bones and she wants us to use the medical terms that she taught us instead of using like common words.
They were identifying those, not only those bones that they see, but then the types of fractures or injury that's occurring with that bone as well.
I chose to take this class because I knew that I wanted to go into the medical field. It's interesting to learn about like our bodies and how they function.
It makes me feel proud, especially when not only they go into the field, but they can maintain. We have a pretty good track record. We're seeing our students excel, and that makes me very proud.
Learn about the biomedical pathway and how students at F.L. Schlegel High School are preparing now for their future careers. And now, you've been waiting all for the halftime report. I'm sending it over to Coach Chuck and Coach Danae.
So you've been waiting the entire first half for this, apparently. So, hey, we're back at halftime, Coach. Pretty much what we saw last week, Wyandotte do against Washington.
Yes, but I will say Washington gave a little bit more fight than Harmon did today. So, I mean, but as we said, Harmon is fundamentally still building their development. They're not quite fundamentally sound yet. Just like last week when they played against Wyandotte played against Washington, you know, they didn't get back. Wyandotte jumped out. They got all these steals back to back to back. Fast break, layup, steal, layup.
Yep.
It's the same show. But again, that goes back to our Wyandotte Bulldogs, how much they have progressed over the years. They have speed, they have fundamental, they're sound, and they're aggressive. They go for the rebounds, they go for the steals, they get the passing lanes. It's just, I love to see it all.
And every time they make the steal, you hear Coach Williams, go!
Yes.
And they take off.
Yes.
And they're running.
Yes.
So they're getting every loose ball. Their defense is tenacious, and they've got really quick hands. That's just something to see. They're getting ready for state. They're getting ready.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Hey, the Kansas City, Kansas School Foundation for Excellence is committed to supporting Kansas City, Kansas public schools by providing all students with an equal opportunity to reach their potential in all educational and personal endeavors. Mark L. Johnson spoke with Crystal Watson, the Executive Director of Foundation, about on how they are empowering our students and helping them to achieve academic success.
Joining me today is Crystal Watson, the Executive Director of the KCK School Foundation for Excellence. Crystal, thanks for joining us, and tell us what the foundation's all about.
So the foundation is over 30 years old, approximately 33, 34 years old, and the whole purpose of the foundation is to support the district and to support students.
And how do you do that?
We do it in so many ways. The last couple years we focused on families. So a lot of our kids are low income to poverty, and if you're a child that's struggling with any chronic illnesses or homelessness or need food, then those children really aren't learning in the classroom. And so by focusing on the family, taking care of the family, strengthening the family in those three key areas alone, we believe we're helping kids not worry about that burden so that they can learn more in the classroom.
Can we talk specifics? What would you provide for them?
Well, very good question. We provide temporary housing for families, so when they're transitioning from one location to another, this falls under the McKinney-Vento Act, which says if a student doesn't have permanent residency for more than 2 years, they're considered homeless. So we specifically work with the McKinney-Vento department within KCKPS to make sure that those families have a place to stay when they're transitioning. And other ways we support is providing $5,000 scholarships to students who apply for those scholarships. And then we also provide support for our staff.
I know for a fact you guys have several large events. One of them is the Back to School Fair. Tell us about that.
Oh my goodness, the Back to School Fair is one of my favorite events. It is a community-led effort, so we have about 20 different agencies within the city that come together once a year and put on the Back to School Fair. Our job with that is simple, just to provide students with supplies and backpacks as they get started for the school year. So we spend a year planning for that event. We'll have up to 2,000, in some years we've had 3,000 kids alone come and get supplies and a backpack, getting them ready for school. But it also provides health services, so there's health screenings, physicals, you name it. And we have, oh my gosh, we've had anywhere from 60 to 70 different vendors who provide services for families in need of all types of different resources that are available for them.
I can attest that it's a wonderful event. So if someone wanted to get involved, if someone wanted to contribute, how can they do that?
Sure, they can just contact the office. They can go to the kcsfoundation.org and we are available, or they can call our offices, and they can specifically call 913-279-2237, or they can email me at crystal.watson@kckps.org.
Crystal, thank you for this time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to thank Crystal Watson and her team for the work they do to support the school district, students, and teachers. Now, Coach, we're going to take a look at a few highlights from the first half. Mostly going to be Wyandotte highlights.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going to be able to pick out a few things that Harmon's doing well, but mostly from Wyandotte side. So we start with looking at how tenacious the dogs are on the boards.
Yep. So we see Wyandotte obviously is dominating on the floor. The fast breaks, the passing. They're not selfish at all. Get the ball up the court, good layup. You see Promise, you see JJ. I even see some of the other players that get involved in the playmaking. Another kick up the court, and an easy layup.
Wyandotte's hands are so quick. and they hustle. They get back down. They're just more athletic. They just look like they're playing head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah, and you also can see when they do their fast breaks, Wyandotte is spreading the floor. They spread the floor so that they have about 4 different options to pass the ball to. You can either pass it straight up the court or to the wing. Either way, they're going to get an easy shot. Here you go, the corner shot.
You know, Harmon has to get back on defense. They got to get a hand in somebody's face.
Yes.
Just like we saw with Washington last week. It's a 3-on-0 break.
I mean,
3-on-1 fast break.
You got 3 or 4 red jerseys getting back. There's only one white jersey. The first person on the white team on Harmon got to get back. The next person got to get the person on the half shot, and then the person on the 3-point shot. You got to cover all bases.
I think one of the other things too that's very important to note also that Katrina Lopez, she has 3 fouls already.
Lopez already has 3 fouls. Yes.
And you had mentioned that she needs to be aggressive, but she's shooting from the outside. She needs to be more aggressive on the inside to get the basketball, go to the hole, make sure she can get even the 3-point play out of that.
Totally agree. I think she definitely needs to be more aggressive inside the paint because right now she's on the outside. She's not using her talent to her best ability. She got to stop settling and get in that paint and do something.
Exactly right. You know, we look at some of the stats here from the first half as we see Wyandotte has 3 team fouls and Harmon has 11 already. The Dogs have 6 turnovers. You know, Harmon's has 12.
Yeah.
They're doing better than what Washington did last week at this time.
Yeah.
Because Washington had 23 turnovers at halftime.
Harmon is not as bad as Washington on the turnovers, but they are double the amount that Wyandotte has. They definitely have to reel that in and calm it down.
And we see a big difference here with the rebounds. Well, not that much of a difference, but, well, it is a big difference.
I mean, rebounds are more than double. You got 35 on the Wyandotte side and 13 on Harmon's side. Again, we need Lopez to get in the paint and go get boards. Right now, Lopez is camping out on the 3-point line. She's got to get in the paint. She's got to do what she's best at, which is get boards, get the ball, turn, hook shot, layup, easy off the, they're not doing any inside out at all on Harmon's side.
They've been to the free throw line one time. They're 1 for 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Lopez has got to be able to get the ball inside. And not just her, but the others. You take the ball to the hoop, see if you can draw some attention, and maybe you get yourself a 3-point, or at least get to free throw line.
And I agree, but it starts with Lopez. She's kind of the energy of the team. She's the energy of the team.
Mm-hmm.
We need our top 2 highlighted players to be the energy on their team and get their team going. Because if they start doing their job, the rest of the team will follow.
Right. We see Washington is not Washington. I'm sorry, but Wyandotte is 3 for 6. From 3-point range, where Harmon is 1 for 9.
Yeah.
They are shooting too many shots from the outside. Get the ball inside, make Wyandotte play defense.
They have to. But at the end of the day, Lopez has to get inside.
Right.
She got to get off that 3 arch, and she got to get inside. Her whole ball game is that little rectangle in the middle by the basket. Mm-hmm. She's not using it at all. She's camping out. She's settling on a 3, but she's not using her. She's playing harder, not smarter right now.
Right. Now, the way the pace that Wyandotte's going right now, and the way they're playing like a team that's getting ready to go into the playoffs.
Yes.
Right now they're number 7 in Class 6A in the East. And so they will play the 10th seed, which would be Olathe Northwest, which would be an interesting matchup.
A great
watching these 2 play each other as Northwest will come into the dog pound.
Yeah,
and play the Dogs.
And that's a great point. It's not like don't look over the opponent that you're playing against, but they definitely are preparing for a sub-state. So right now, today, they just got to critique their fundamentals so that when they play against sub-state start next week, they really can utilize the fundamentals that Coach Williams really do teach them every day in practice.
Now, if you Coach Williams, do you show your hand? Do you change your style when it comes to the playoffs?
Absolutely not. You go with what you know. Mm-hmm. You taught the girls. You worked on this all single, season long. I think they got a pretty good winning record right now. Being ranked at number 7 in the 6A, that's huge. So I wouldn't change anything. I would just critique it, review it, and make sure all the players know the plays. Even the players on the bench, you got to come off the bench and come strong. Right. It's not a 5-man game. It's really a 10-man game because you got to have a good bench to come off the. You got to have a good set of players come off the bench in order to be successful in the basketball game.
Well, you see Promise Burton and you see JJ leading the charge again for the Bulldogs. Hey, let's take a short break, from the court action, but let's take a look at a conversation that Lanisha Huggins had with Jacqueline Martinez.
Hello, my name is Lenisha Huggins, and this is Court Chat. I'm here with one of the seniors for the J.C. Harmon girls basketball team. Give us your name.
Jacqueline Martinez.
All right, so I just got a few questions for you, okay? All right, so what do you enjoy most about playing basketball with your teammates?
Just the bond and the chemistry you built with like the younger kids coming in is just seeing that we all love the sport and spending the time together after school, during games and stuff.
All right, all right. How do you handle situations when the team faces a tough loss?
You just got to stay positive and eventually put it behind your back and just look forward to the next game and fix all the mistakes at practice.
Okay, okay. Is there any advice you would give younger players who want to play at your level, like middle school?
Just stay positive, stay consistent. Every practice counts. Every practice is going to matter, and it'll all show in the games.
And thank to for the court chat there. I love those features. You know, I do. I really love those features. Those are all right.
It's always nice to hear from the players.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that completes our halftime show. So we're going to come back with more of the second half with Dr. Jones and Coach Larry Furnell right after this short break. You're watching the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network.
Today is our annual showcase of Diploma Plus endorsable projects that we call KCKPS Excels. It is a student-run, student-coordinated, student-catered, student-centered event that we facilitate as part of our Diploma Plus and real-world learning programming.
This is Diploma Plus coming to life. In the energy of the room, you see our students' pride.
Our project is practically to go ahead and make sure our taxes is going into the right place for here in Wyandotte County. It put my expectations a lot higher to know that, you know, us students can do a lot more than what other people actually think we can do.
I'm the manager of the event. I'm the event lead of the event. I have a team, so it's my class. I have learned that you can be really organized. You can be like have everything planned, but still you're gonna have like some surprises at the moment that you're gonna have to figure out.
I think the experience, their takeaway was that it was a confidence builder. They really, by meeting strangers, really got to get a feel for what that's like, and it was uncomfortable. But it became more comfortable the more they did it.
We're so used to seeing the students within the classroom. This is an avenue in which they can recognize that they can move forward for their careers, to be able to learn, to bond very well, and then most importantly what they want, to make the money. And so it's laying the groundwork for the direction that they're going to be moving in within their future.
My heart is bursting. I am so proud of the way that they are going up to our school board members. They're going up to, you know, people who are executives on different boards, nonprofits, the hospital system. They're going after people to let them know, like, the incredible things that they think, the projects that they've made, the products that they've produced, the businesses that they want to run. I mean, these are really engaged, amazing, and talented students that we have here in KCKPS.
And we are back for the start of the second half. So you see Lady Hawks beginning with the possession. Thanks to Coach Chuck and Coach Danae for their halftime analysis. You see once again the Bulldogs are getting their hands in on the ball.
Yes.
That was a nice look, but off the mark. You see taking it up the court very speedily, and that basket was good by number 4, Jeremiah Samford. That's her third field goal. She has 9 points, 3 field goals, and 3 free throws made.
Yes. Looks like the Bulldogs are starting off where they left off in the first half.
Another turnover. That time taken away by Promise Burton and taken up the court. Dished off to Samford. Oh, that was a pretty hard foul.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 on the senior. Looks like Lopez is.
That's Jackie's.
Yes, Jackie's fourth. I think that's her 4th. So coach got a decision to make early on in the second half. Do I set my senior point guard down, or do I continue to ride with her and hope she doesn't get another foul.
Sanford makes the free throw. It's her 10th point of the game. This really is a good crowd, Coach.
It is a good crowd. It's nice for a party.
Second free throw good. 38-6, 39-6 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. As we see Mrs. Stewart and Coach, Mr. Black.
Mr. Black.
Former coach of the Lady Bulldogs way back in the early 80s.
Oh, they call a block on that one. Looks like a block. Jalen.
Personal foul committed by number 24, Jalen Hunt. That's her second personal foul. I think they gave that personal foul to the wrong 24 there.
Possibly. There's two of them out there.
Check out the Bulldogs, number 42, Harmon.
First free throw was no good for Lopez. Second free throw, it is in.
Good. Right.
She's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. 39-7 is the score. Daniela.
Oh, and there's Daniela right there. There's that play right there. I've been waiting to see if they were going to run that where she passes off and she immediately flashes to the paint, and there it was. And there's another steal.
Unable to finish that was Jada Johnson.
Once again, there's another steal by the Bulldogs. And Jada was unable to complete that. But as you see, Doc, the Bulldogs, their game plan is to pressure you and get out and run out. So if they can get out on you, pressure you, run out from the easy baskets.
And they've done that successfully.
And there's Jada right there with an and one.
And one. That foul was committed by number 55, Maldonado. That's her third personal foul. And we'll see if Johnson can complete, as they say, the traditional three-point play.
Traditional.
She's perfect from the free throw line, 5 of 5. 3 field goals. That adds up to 11 points.
Adds up, yes. Quick.
Good defense there.
Go.
Jackie throws that one in.
Nice. And that's what we've been waiting for from Jackie. The last game we called, she knocked down several outside shots. So Bulldogs been playing pretty good defense on her.
Nice fake and drive to the basket. Once again, Jada's in there, nearly able to score. Take out by the Lady Hawks, disrupted once again by the Lady Bulldogs. That was Daniela.
It's Daniela that time, yes.
Not very tall, but she went up to grab that one.
She's right in the right spot all the time.
That one was way off the glass. Deflected out of bounds by Promise. Several substitutions. In fact, all 5 are being replaced right now by the Lady Bulldogs, which is a smart thing to do. You're up 44-9.
Yes.
I think you've made a statement with a 35-point lead.
Yes. Get your JV in there. Let them play a little bit. Some varsity minutes, some varsity time.
Actually took the 4 of the 5. 42 remains in the game. So clock is running. I believe we're at that point where it's a running clock.
30 points.
I think at one time it used to be in the 4th quarter. That looked like it was on the mark.
It was on the mark just short. It was on the mark just short. And those are the shots that Jacqueline normally hits. So, you know, it's just an off night for the Hawks, but a lot of that is due to the Bulldogs' pressure.
Well, the Lady Bulldogs have definitely shown their supremacy here on the floor this evening as we see the putback by number 42, Rhea Harmon, that's her first point.
That's her first points of the night.
So 46-9, 37-point lead. Basketball is deflected out of bounds by Maldonado. Stays with the Lady Bulldogs. So the core of the Wyandotte team has really played an excellent ball game. 3-point attempt is no good. Taken out of bounds. Taken up the court by Bruck. She nearly loses it. Tell you what, the defense for the Bulldogs is still strong.
Yes. That's what they hang their hat on, is their defense. And even with the JV players, they're going to come out and play the same defense. At least that's what Coach Williams will demand.
Jump ball. Ball remains with the Lady Hawks. Maldonado will inbound the ball for the Lady Hawks. And the Bulldogs have possibly for the last possession of this quarter. Basket just off the mark. When students at Quindaro Elementary return to class next week, they will be prepared to possibly save a life thanks to CPR training they completed last spring.
So it looks like they called an offensive foul on Maldonado for clearing out with the elbow. So it looks like it's Bulldog ball.
And we will be back after this commercial break.
At Quindaro Elementary, a new lesson plan is in session. One that can mean the difference between life and death.
How to do CPR when someone's in need of help, if they pass out or something. Because somebody need help, you gotta know what to do.
So what are we gonna do? First thing when we know they need help, what are we gonna do?
All 350 students, yes, even the kindergartners, were trained in hands-only CPR this spring. It's something that school leaders want to build upon each year.
Starts to build that confidence, and even if they can't do the hands-only CPR in the moment, it still builds that confidence to call 911 when someone needs help and to, help somebody else through it, and it just starts building that response and that thought and that confidence.
These classes may sound a little different than a CPR class from the past. Staying Alive was always the suggested tune to help keep the correct beat, but today's 10 and under crowd doesn't know that one as well. Enter Baby Shark.
And there are lots of songs that are 100 to 120 beats a minute that you can use, but because Baby Shark really just sticks in the head, that's the one I chose.
PE teacher Amelia Kovac organized these classes because she has seen firsthand why knowing CPR is essential.
Several years ago, when I was a classroom teacher back in 2017, I was saying good morning to all my students as they were entering the classroom. And one morning, I had a student who was 5 years old fall to the floor and have a heart attack. I didn't feel like I was prepared or ready for that, and I want these students to be ready, because you never know how old or when or where something like that's going to happen.
And now, thanks to this training, these students are empowered to take steps to try to help save a life.
If somebody in my family passes out or something, like I could just do CPR on them.
A big shout out goes to students at Frank Rushton Elementary School for advocating for November 14th to be recognized as Ruby Bridges Walk to School Day in the state of Kansas. Several students traveled to Topeka to advocate for the passing of House Bill 2330, which would designate November 14th of each year as Ruby Bridges Walk to School Day in Kansas. The student gave oral testimony to the Education Committee. Their efforts were also highlighted in the Kansas City Star. Although the bill did not pass, we want to praise their efforts and participation in the democratic process for a worthy cause. Congratulations to those scholars from Frank Rushton. That was a travel called on that play.
Yeah, just moving just a little bit fast. She's sped up a little bit, which is okay. It's understandable. But this is a good game for the Bulldogs JV, and I'd like to see the Hawks knock down a few more shots, though. I know they're capable of doing that.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. As we see Jackie with the ball, and of course it's going to be a running clock for the remainder of the game.
Oh, bumped off the spot. She seemed to be a bit upset that she got called for a foul, but you can't bump them like that.
Personal foul was committed by number 51 of the Bulldogs. Deflected by the Bulldogs, staying with the Hawks.
They didn't give us any of the JV girls' names, so we'll just have to call them by the number. We apologize to the parents and the friends and family.
Ball was deflected out of bounds by the Lady Hawks. Turnover.
You know, Doc is kind of interested in this next game with the boys. Pretty interested to see how the Hawks come out.
Yeah, we definitely want you to stay tuned for the boys matchup between the Bulldogs and the Hawks. So we see the Hawks taking it up the court. Jackie, she's still doing her thing. She's had 4 fouls for a very long time, if you recall.
Very long time.
She got her 4th foul picked up quickly. I think it was at the second quarter.
First quarter early, right?
Yeah, or it was the first or second.
Yeah, 3, and we got 4 in the third quarter when we came back. She picked that one up pretty early.
Personal foul was committed, says by number 11 from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I like to.
Mania Harris, her first personal.
I like to see Katrina hit a shot. You know, after halftime, I know you guys couldn't hear the halftime out there, but Coach gave her some glowing words. As a freshman, he watched her as a freshman. He said all she did was travel. And then she could shoot threes and knock them down. And he said, I'll work with you. And she has gotten better over the 3 years. And I'd like to see her knock a shot down for the coach.
He said he was going to help her get better, is what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Personal foul committed by number 23, Rogers. That's her 3rd personal foul. Or 2nd personal foul. I apologize for that. So we see the ball was deflected out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Another attempt. She didn't. That was a little bit too strong. But one thing we noticed, she didn't travel.
She did not travel. Oh, nice shot.
Basket is good by number 11. That's Harris, her first basket. 48-9 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this competition.
That's going to be a turnover right there.
Look and see.
This replay out. Off the glass. High off the glass. High, soft touch off the glass, and a nice kiss of the rim for 2 points. It's a good shot. Good touch. She'll shoot from that angle.
Three-point attempt.
Oh.
On the other side of the rim.
And a steal. Way to hang around. Oh.
Got her hands on that. Wow. Gets three. She says, let me try another one. This time.
This time it's good. Hey, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
She basically was a one-person show against three defenders. 50-9 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Once she got her hand in there, but also got some of
a little skin and a little ball.
Yeah, she got some skin in there too.
That would be a foul.
So that's the first personal foul by Jocelyn Carrera.
See that replay? There's that shot up and all of the rim again. She touched it all and made sure this time I'm going in.
I think it touched every centimeter of that rim.
Every bit of it. Multiple times.
The inner side of that rim. Another personal foul is being called. As they say, getting a little chippy.
A little chippy. Just a little bit. And that was Melissa's second foul.
Up this way.
So this is the way that you work on your shot, Coach. You go to the free throw line. If you're not making the 30-footer, you go to the free throw line 12 feet away and work on it. There you go. There's one right there.
She's 3 for 5 from the free throw line.
Check for the Hawks, number 12, Melissa, you're going.
So we're just nearing the 1.5 minute mark before this contest concludes. Second free throw was good.
She has a good stroke. She just hasn't been able to knock one down tonight.
4 for 6 from the free throw line. Those are her points. Going to call a foul this time on the Lady Hawks. Looks like that's on number 12 for the Hawks. And that's Melissa, her first personal.
Her first personal.
Number 51 went up for a shot, but Brunt was able to block it. But then Lopez did what her coach said she wouldn't do. She traveled.
She traveled.
She had to get one in.
She had to get one
before
in.
The game was over.
On senior night, she had to get one last parting shot just to let Coach let him know, hey, remember how you helped me.
See if they'll be able to end with the last shot. Another three-point attempt. She had one earlier. She being Rogers. Stolen and taken back by the Bulldogs. She was backing out for that three-pointer. Up little hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, Coach was yelling, pull it out, but all she could see was the take a shot.
Definitely want you to stay tuned for the next action. It's time for a 2-minute art break. Check out some of our students' work selected for this year's Beyond the Classroom art exhibit.
learning, doing PE, doing lunch. We like doing math.
Mariana is a very loving little girl. She loves to hug everybody and say hello to everyone. She loves to greet everyone. She's been working really hard in reading. She loves to be a helper. She loves to be a friend to new people that started our school. She's just very bubbly and happy.
The way to get better, the teacher can tell you to write or something, play or sit down. She normally tells us to do coloring.
To be better every day, Mariana is really trying to come to school every morning on time. And she's also really trying hard to get her work done, turning in her work and making sure that it's completed.
It helps me learn. It helps me learn new stuff. And it helps me feel calm, be patient. At Grant Elementary, we're getting better every day.
Congratulations to Miss Mariana Woodbury, one of our youngest scholars who also is striving to be better every day. Well, we got a chance to see a great competition between those young ladies. The Bulldogs were able to pull it out, and we're going to go to the post-game show with Chuck and Coach Danae.
Well, thanks a lot, Dr. J. And I'm not sure which game you were watching, but Coach Jones and I, we're not sure we saw a really good game. We saw a great game from Wyandotte.
Yes, I can agree with that. I think Harmon just has a lot of things to work on, not just fundamentally, just the will to want to play. I feel like they could have came out a little bit stronger, despite the fact that they were playing a team that was more fundamentally sound. They still could have given more effort to make a good game. Because there's such thing as getting blown out, but playing a good game.
Right.
But I feel like Harmon, I see number 12, Jocelyn on Wyandotte. She was one against 3 or 4 white jerseys. You got Harmon down here taking the ball out. She jumps through the pass lane. She steals it. She throws it up for a layup. She misses her layup. She gets her own rebound. She dribbles out, and then she takes her own jump shot. And this is against 3 Harmon players. It's like they just didn't have the will to keep going.
Right.
So I feel like the game could have been better and more effort on the Hawks side. But, at the end of the day, they did play. They did finish the game.
We see the Bulldogs. They pulled off this victory this evening, 50-11. You and I were talking during the game about Wyandotte's defense. So far, they're going to run into some better ball handlers.
Yeah. Harmon's going to have to develop more ball handling skills. And, you don't have to be the best player to learn how to dribble, honestly. I coach kindergarten, first grade kids. And I got kids who are in kindergarten that dribbles better than some of the girls out there on the court. I don't want to be mean or anything, but it doesn't take a lot of effort to work on your dribbling. And it's not just Harmon. We commentate all the schools at USD 500. I think players have to want to learn how to dribble on their own. You can do that at home. You don't need a coach to help you with that. You get a ball in your hand and just sit there, watch TV, and just dribble, under the leg. It's so many different things you can do.
Right.
So I feel like the dribbling was definitely something that hindered Harmon because they couldn't bring the ball up the court.
Right. And I think Coach Lockett discussed that. He's trying to build a program from ground up. So, start with the JV girls and then work their way up. We saw Wyandotte doing that tonight. He rested a lot of his starters once we had the running clock. So he rested a lot of his starters and got some of his younger girls, JV girls, into the game. And I mentioned to you, he's coaching for next year. That's what he's coaching for.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think last year Wyandotte struggled a little bit. So this year's Wyandotte team is a total different team from last year. So that is a capitalize that, the Harmon Hawks team, Coach Richard, he really is building the team. They might be, slacking or getting ready to get fundamentally sound. But Wyandotte was there last year. Right. And this year Wyandotte is a completely different team. So it's definitely something that they can build off on and just get ready for next year.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us for the girls' game here. That's Wyandotte comes out victorious 50-11 here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public School Sports Network. Stay with us. We're going to have the boys coming up next. It's senior night here at Harmon High School. You're watching the Kansas City, Kansas Public School Sports Network. We'll see you for the next game.